Hi guys!
How you doing?
Welcome back
Welcome
to
back.
Chatterbox AM.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning back in.
Thank you so much.
We're so sorry, first of all, that we didn't release a video last week.
Or the week before, I think. Huge technical.
But however, it was Easter bank holiday.
It was
so
Easter bank
releasing
holiday.
No video then. But however, the week before that, we're really sorry that we didn't release anything because a lot was going on. And it was technical malfunctions with some of the stuff.
Yeah.
But we got there. We're back and we're tuned and locked in.
Some great content for you guys. So today we are talking about, the signs of, just the warning signs.
5 signs that you're not doing okay.
Yeah, that you're not doing okay. You know those times where you just need to check yourself.
5 signs of concern.
There's times where you just need to check yourself, and I definitely know that sometimes I need to check myself. And so we just sort of share that with you guys. The signs that we realised when we realised was going down a not so
Going on a slippery
nice
slope. It's kind of like you're going from a high to a deep, dark low.
Exactly. So we'll do that.
First sign that we think is overthinking. Overthinking.
I am so guilty.
I am a guilty conscience.
Guilty of overthinking.
I'm always like, for example, when
Do you?
Yeah, I overthink. No, not all the time. Not all the time. I can control my thoughts most of the time, but it's only when it's like really deep. Like really, really deep, and when you're at a real all-time low, when something has happened or someone's passed or something like that, you start to just.
So you have little trigger.
Yeah. I have trigger times. I think mine's are triggered by different things that go on in life. Events that happen.
Okay.
Rather than just sit down there and mellow in thought. I don't think I do much.
You don't do that?
No.
Well, I do that. Okay. I definitely overthink, and it could be happy thoughts, but most of the time it's like, oh my god, okay, like this, and I read into things a bit too much. And I suppose I am definitely one of those people. Come on, I'm a writer. Like, what?
So when I text you, you're like, oh my gosh, oh my god, it's time!
Yeah, so those kind of things are just like, okay, that's when you just realise you just need to just pull up.
Sit back.
And just, as you said, control those thoughts, you know, and just really be mindful of what it is you're thinking, and especially if it's negative stuff, if it's overthinking, especially for things that haven't even happened yet, or
if someone
overanalyzing.
You're overanalyzing. Oh my gosh, you can really and when you overanalyze, you get it wrong. Like
most of the time.
Most of the time, you've overanalyzed. You've analyzed past content. Like
and you can just make up a whole new story, a whole new reality. Yeah, I've been there. So definitely, if you're overthinking, just
yourself.
Yeah, take a step back.
Take a rain check. Take a rain check. Sit back and think.
No more thinking. No, at least
sit back and speak to someone.
Yeah, talk it out. Instead of talking about it in your head.
About it by yourself. Because I realised that actually, when you let a thought, like I realised that for me, when I let a thought fester, I get even more agitated. And when I get even more agitated, when I speak to said person or whatever the issue is, or someone speaks to me, I'm fiery. And it triggers a lot of different issues. Must be all the time. Shut your face. But if someone does annoy me or something like that, it does impact a lot of your behaviours to all the rest of the people.
Especially throughout the day as well.
Yeah.
So overthinking, cut it out now. Definitely doubting yourself, and even like as far and scary as doubting the future, can be really scary.
I guess it happens a lot for women, doesn't it, when they get to a certain age? Like when they get to about 30 and they start doubting that they're going to find a husband or they're going to get to a certain... You know what I mean? Because everyone's got their agenda. Because I'll have my agenda where work's concerned. And I'm like, I want to get to a certain level at work. And if I don't get there by a certain age, so performance is another future goal. Or if it's marriage or relationships is another future goal. So when people don't get to that certain step, they have like what they classify as a midlife crisis. It's an element of doubt.
Doubting your ability, doubting your self-worth. It can really trickle into other areas.
It makes you
lose focus. Yeah.
And also it can have a very big impact on your mental state.
Yeah.
So if you start doubting that your possibilities can become possible, what will happen is that your possibilities will become impossible.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a word.
Yeah. Right, Bishop. Yeah. But no, definitely, as what Anton said, is so true. And like the power of the mind is so powerful. And what you think is what you put out into the universe, you know. So if you're doubting yourself, it's definitely like hindering or stopping you from moving forward. If you're doubting yourself, oh, should I do this? What if it doesn't work? What are people thinking about? You know, it kind of links into the whole overthinking. But yeah, also just doubting yourself and doubting your abilities. Like, you're amazing. So that's definitely another sign, I think, that shows that, you know what, it's time once again to refocus, draw it back in, rain check.
Talk about it.
Yeah. Talk about it. Yeah, talk about it.
I think that's my kind of program for everything. Like, just talk to someone or find someone that you can talk to, and just talk about it. Just reason with them about it, because you find that when you've got someone that you can talk to about those doubts that you have in your mind, they can help you, or hopefully it's the right person.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
find the right person that can help you, because you're gonna need positivity rather than negativity, and don't find someone that's gonna give, because there's those people, you know, those people that decide to add problem on top of your problems.
What if this happens?
And they're like, no, but you know, when I did that, the same thing was happening to me. No, you don't want to get to that person. You want to get to the person that's going to be like, actually, you can do it.
You can do it.
These things can be achieved. Like, we all go through, like, I don't know about you, but I'm really, people know me, and anyone that's watching this video know that I'm always on 100. Like, I'm on 100. I came to visit Melissa, and I'm like at 100. Yes, but so when you know that when you're going down on a deep slippery slope, your emotions peak, and they literally go from one high to another low, then one high to another low, and one high to another low. And it's important that when you see your friends doing that as well, it's important to, you know, check in with them, check them. Like, because many of us see our friends going through that, and we don't help the situation. It's important for us as friends and as people that are supportive of each other to check our friends.
Definitely.
And make sure that they're okay. So if they get to a point of where you see all that kind of emotions, just rein them in and go, look, I've seen this.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's
Are you
happening?
okay?
Are you alright?
Stuff. I find that I definitely can determine a lot of things based on my emotions. So I'm motivated almost by my emotion, which is not a good thing. So if I'm
wow,
which is
dangerous.
I know it's really dangerous. It is dangerous. So if I'm like really excited about something, then yeah, I'm all for it. I'll get it done. But and even if I'm not feeling okay, because I don't know if you can switch off your emotion, but if I'm not feeling okay for something else, like something else bothered me or upset me, or I'm thinking about something else, and I'm supposed to get this project done or do a video, I feel like I can't do it. I just don't have the motivation to do it because something else has affected me, and I'm working on that. I know I need all that.
Yeah, but how do you even change that negativity to positivity? Try. I always find that when I'm negative, my boss always says combat it with a positive. So when you think of a negative thought, think of a positive as well after that. So that what happens is you combat the negative feeling.
A positive relating to that feeling, or something different? Like,
something completely different. Any positive that's going to perk you up from what you were feeling before.
Yeah.
So it will happen eventually that you will combat that negative. That negative will be cancelled out because you've combated with a positive. But if you don't actually attack the negative with a positive, you'll just go on negative, and then eventually
you just
down the slippery slope.
Yeah, so watch out for that one too, and change that negative into positive.
But actually, smiling does help. Smile through some of the madness that goes on in life. Because
especially when you live in London.
I realise that sometimes, even when I'm agitated and I've been on meetings or calls with some people that I've met with in meetings or anything that, or with work, etc. And when I smile, I feel that it gives me a sense of relief. I'm just like, oh my god, okay. This is real. Yeah, they might be arguing with me, but I can smile it off.
Yeah.
And I realise that when I smile, it just, the pain, it doesn't go away, but it softens.
It kind of levels out that emotional spike, being that dip. Yeah. So smile. Smile, guys. Smile. Cool. Right. Number 4, speaking negatively.
Yeah.
So, you know, as the Bible says, you know, the power of death and life lies in the power of the tongue. Thank you, darling. Death and life lies in the power of the tongue, and that is so true. That is so important. So, we're gonna go on the flip side of that, and when we're talking about when you're a sign that you're not okay is when you're talking negatively.
Yeah.
Not only just about yourself, but just
about
negative
everything.
about
Because
everything.
I realize, you know, when you get to an on-time low, you realize that everything and anyone agitates the life out of you.
Yeah.
And it's just a rule of thumb, isn't it? So if anyone talks to you, it's like, why are you talking to me? If anyone sits near you, you're just like, oh, why is she sitting there?
Why did you have to sit
Like,
me right?
like, everything agitates you. But
Yeah.
but actually, if you check those times when you feel like that, you have hit an all-time low.
No,
Well, not all-time low, but you're hitting.
You're getting
going
there,
low,
and
you're getting
it's
to a
not
low
okay.
place.
So yeah, being negative, just talking negatively. Even when you're on the phone, like you can be on the phone having a conversation, and all of a sudden you just slip into this whole, yeah, I just can't stand this, you know, no, this is not working. And it's like, whoa.
I always say, and I'll go back to what I said before, and it kind of links in with what I said in number 3. Link it with a positive. So even if you see a person, if it's about someone, if you're talking negative about someone, what's the positive thing in that person? There must be one positive thing in someone. There must be something good out of some of those people. Like even some of the people that I think, wow, you're an idiot, or something like that. I'm thinking, oh, you're just a lost case. You're just you know, you've got no hope. Like I don't think that about most people, but you know, those people that you have when you have those really horrible thoughts, there must be something good in them.
Yeah.
Somewhere there must be something good in them. Find that good thing and spend more time thinking about that good thing than the negative.
Than the negative. Definitely change those negative words. What are the negative words? Like I can't, no,
I won't.
I won't.
It's like making a statement.
I'm not going to. It's never going to change.
Oh, it's never going to change. That's that kind of work mentality, isn't it? It's never going to change here.
It's even a life thing, right? It's like your life, like you're waiting for something. You're waiting to get that house. You're waiting to get a job. You're waiting. Like some of you guys could be waiting for that job application or anything like that.
That's never come in.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, it's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen for me.
It's not happened so far.
Even relationships.
Like I said to you before, you got to think about your process. How are you working towards getting there?
Yeah. I definitely believe in words of affirmation. You know, just speaking like I can.
Languages?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm not. But I'm not. Mine is not actually words of affirmation. But yes. Anyway, so yeah, just think. You know, as the word says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You just think, you know what, I can do this, and change that I can't to I can, and you can just definitely go far.
Pursue life.
You can pursue so much. So turn that around, and then you'll be doing okay. Okay. Cool. So, 5th one. Last one where, you know, you're not doing okay. You know, you got to change something.
You've hit rock bottom here.
You need to change it up.
When you start hating.
Okay. When you are that hater.
When you are that person that is just looking and eyeing up everybody that walks past you, and you're like, I just don't like the fact that how did she get her house? How did she get her car?
Yeah.
You are red eye and you have become begrudgeful against people.
Or even if someone, like a friend or something, something's happened to them, you know, they're engaged or they're this, or they met their new boo, they met their new man or new girl, and you're just like, you remember that last one? It's probably not going to work out. But you might be saying, you might be calling something different. You might be calling keeping it real, or just
no. That's a shadow. That's a shadow for hating.
It's hating.
That's a shadow. That's a shadow for hating.
It's not keeping it real. It's not letting them know. It's not looking out for them. It's hating.
I like the way we always cover up some of the things that we say, but when we're hating on people, we're like, oh no, we're just looking out for your best interest.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just observing. No.
You're hating.
You're hating.
And when you get to that kind of hating level, it's a different kind of low. Like all of the ones that we said before were, for example, overthinking, you know, doubting, different spikes, speaking negatively. But hating is probably the most deepest one.
Yeah,
if you get to that low, it's just
because that is just.
I must say there's a point of no return.
It's not a point of no return. However, it is actually without you realizing it, without us realizing it, it's actually blocking us. It's actually blocking you from actually moving forward and doing something great for your life. You're concentrating too much on someone else, and you're concentrating on the negative stuff. It's the wrong thing you're focusing on.
The reason why you're concentrating on other people is because you can't fix the bad in your own life. So what you probably need to do is take a rain check on yourself and examine what's going on in you first before you can definitely go back and say, actually, look at you, but
because
actually,
to be honest,
with me?
if you were that stable in your own self, in your own surroundings, in your own ish that you have going on, then you wouldn't be bothered about the latest whatever that person's rocking. So don't do that. Hating's not cool. You're not doing okay if you're hating either. So guys, that's it really. Hopefully, you know, those are just our five. Those are our 5 thoughts. We thought, you know what, that is so true, and that's a different spin on. We'll do something else as well to show like more things to do to show that you are doing okay, you know. But we just thought, you know what, there are times when we can easily slip into things where it's like, okay, this is not okay, and before it gets any worse, best to know those 5 things, to recognize them, so you can just
when it happens, you can actually see it.
And sort
and
it
if
out.
it happens to one of your friends, you can see it in them, so you can pull them up about it or help them out.
Help them out. So yeah, hope you like that. Hope you enjoyed.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks so much.
Please keep on tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Join the family. Join the family. And we look forward to seeing you again. Okay, so tune in till next time.
See you soon.
Bye.
Take care.